Jonathan Majors got in a little trouble this week. It could be an absolutely false, fabricated allegation. But he did, I think, the police came and they got involved.
Because it's mandatory in New York, which I think is a BS law, but it's mandatory that you get arrested for a domestic violence call if police feel like it's probable cause. Now, the only reason I think it's a BS law, anytime you just leave probable cause up to police, that can get sketchy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the probable cause was in this situation, but allegedly, Jonathan Majors, not even allegedly, according to the New York Daily News, Jonathan Majors called 911 because he was having issues with somebody who was.
Wait, Jonathan Majors called 911?
That's what the New York Daily News said. New York Daily News said Jonathan Majors called 911, which also is very sketchy because the New York Daily News said Jonathan Majors called 911. Other outlets are just saying a 911 call was made, but then other outlets said the woman called. So I'm like, how are all of these major publications getting it wrong?
Was she a cracker lady?
I don't know.
She was cracker?
Everybody's saying that. I don't know. How do we know
How
this?
do you know for a fact she was cracker? Can I see a picture of this cracker?
You did not see a picture. You saw a picture that they were circulating online, and they were saying this is his girlfriend, but we don't know if that is the woman. The internet. This is why I hate the fucking internet.
Can we get an
This
AI?
is why I hate all of this shit.
Can we do an AI search for, that's actually really fun.
What?
Asking AI what somebody's girlfriend looks like.
Hilarious.
And then the internet decides if it's white or black or Asian or whatever.
Hilarious.
That's a funny game to play.
Hilarious.
That's how you can tell if people think you date white women or not.
Yeah.
This is what Dr. Umar should use ChatGPT for. he should just do, what does Michael B. Jordan's girlfriend look like? AI decide.
That is funny. I'll tell you this, though.
This is fucked up. If this is all a lie, this is fucked up.
Well, but here's the thing. We don't know if it's a lie. We don't know if it's truth. What I hate is jumping to conclusion bias. And that's all social media does. I don't understand people's rush to be judge, jury, and executioner on situations like this. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know anything. Like I said on the air on Breakfast Club this week, the only thing you should feel about this situation is nothing until all the facts come out. Like, I saw people literally saying things like, Jonathan Majors is over. We don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
How can you just, why are you so quick to make a statement or just wish that somebody's career is over based off allegations and accusations?
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, just everybody take a beat, let the facts of the case come out, and then we'll see what happens.
Also, an important thing to note, when you're a famous person, you have to be very scrutinizing in the women that you're willing to date, especially if you think they're a little crazy. And sometimes crazy girls are really fun. They say wild shit. They get you fucking horny because they're willing to do things nobody else is going to do. But that crazy has a cost. So once you get famous, if you even smell the slightest bit of crazy on a girl, you go the other direction.
What if it's a woman that you've been knowing forever? And then, they have an episode.
You go the other direction.
Well, I mean, if what they're saying is true, if what the New York Daily News is saying is true, he did the right thing, right? You call 911, you say somebody at your house is having an episode, and then the police come over, and then they arrest you, right? Which is usually what happens in situations, especially when a person is black.
Yeah, I would just be like, I'd move out. I'd be like, this is your house.
That's not going to stop the person from having an episode.
Yeah, but at least they can have an episode alone. Let them live there for 2 days, then call the police and be like, this woman won't get out of my fucking
And by the
house.
way, I don't want to do that to that young lady either because I don't know what happened. I don't know if, they said it was an episode and she had to go to the hospital. I don't know if she had to go to the hospital because of the episode or because she was injured. Like, my point is we don't know.
This poor guy.
We don't know anything about any of this situation. You know what I mean? I just hate how the internet reacts. Yo, and this is why I tell y'all, middle finger to all you motherfuckers. And the reason I say middle finger to all you motherfuckers, because the love isn't real and the hate isn't real either. They just loved him 5 days ago.
Can we do conspiracy corner right now?
Let's do it.
Is this Michael B. Jordan's team trying to slow down the rise of competition in the acting world?
This is the second conspiracy theory you've done for a Jordan in 2 weeks. Last week it was Michael Jordan and Pippen. This week's is Michael B. Jordan and
Listen,
Jonathan Majors.
there's a reason why Michael Jordans are at the top of their games. There's a reason why. It is a relentless pursuit for greatness, right? Whether it's basketball or
fucking
acting,
stupid,
Michael B.
man.
Jordans are at the top of their game, and they have to squash the competition. Now, I'm not saying it's actually Michael B. Jordan doing this, but maybe his team could be so diabolical that they're like, listen, this Jonathan Majors guy is getting so much credit. He's getting so much notoriety. People think he's so brilliant. Is he going to start eating up roles that Michael B. could be going up for? We need to slow down that momentum, send over a crazy cracker lady to really just kind of throw a wrench in his whole plan.
I've heard I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories surrounding this situation. I am 100% sure that one ain't true.
Yeah, but it's fun.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's
Gets
fun.
the people going.
I just, even when people say things like, yo, it's over for Jonathan Majors,
Stop
right?
it with that.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Why wasn't it over for Ezra Miller then?
Ooh.
How about this one? Let's stay in the Marvel universe.
Why isn't it over for Ezra Miller? Because he literally kidnapped a lady.
Allegedly, I don't know if any of this stuff is true.
Oh no, he didn't kidnap. She was like part of his cult or something like that. But he was a wild
I don't
boy.
know anything. I just remember reading the stories
Yeah.
and the headlines, but the
Well, it's
difference.
because he's not a he. He's a they. You got to they it up. You got to they. If you're about to break the law, you're about to have like a mental episode. You have to they it up to create a little bit of protection.
Also, he don't have Black Twitter on his ass, and
Well,
that's
Charlamagne.
that's really the issue.
But even
You
if
know,
he did have Black Twitter on his ass, when you're we don't know what jail to put you in, so they can't arrest you.
I don't even know if Ezra was he committing crimes. Like I don't know what it was. I just
Yeah.
remember him having all of these allegations.
Yes.
I
I think he like shoplifted.
really.
I think he did some other stuff. He maybe even had like a weapon. He was like losing it.
I don't remember. Okay, all right, this says charged with marijuana possession.
No,
Ezra
2020.
Miller. That's 2011.
He choked a woman outside
There
of a
you
bar.
go. That's what it was. Ezra Miller appeared to choke a woman outside a bar.
But when you're a they, you're also a her. In that moment, he's like, I identified with my woman's side, so it was just a fair fight. Like me and this girl were going at it.
What happened with this case, though? And then it was Ezra Miller delivers a cryptic message to the Ku Klux Klan? What the fuck did he say to the Ku Klux Klan? Look, if y'all want to die, I suggest just killing yourselves with your own guns, okay? Otherwise, keep doing exactly what you're doing right now, and you know what I'm talking about. Then we'll do it for you if that's really what you want.
I mean,
talk to you soon, okay?
And
bye.
you're not going to get in trouble for threatening.
I can't even believe that's the story.
Ezra is charged with disorderly conduct and harassment.
That was March 2022. So already you have a choking, right? All right, Ezra Miller gets a restraining order filed against them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my fucking God. You know what? This is why I can't remember anything that happened with Ezra. I'm not even joking. Because I read an article about this shit one time and they kept referring to him as they and them. And I remember thinking to myself, well, how come he's the only person keep getting named? If it's days and like I'm so confused. See this shit right here. This is why I can't remember nothing about Ezra.
Yes,
This is exactly
queen.
why.
Yes,
let's go.
queen.
Ezra Miller is arrested on a second-degree assault charge. Wow. What else? Who did he hit?
Miller's legal was arrested.
Who was it for? After being found, became irate after being asked to leave and reportedly threw a chair, striking a 26-year-old female.
Female's
Okay,
forehead.
all right.
So second time assaulting a woman.
I think it's the third out of this one we just read, right?
He's accused of grooming. Holy
of grooming.
shit.
This is June 22. It's
Yeah.
Ezra Miller. Keep going. What else we got? Another parent comes forward with allegations against Ezra Miller.
How is this guy still in the DC universe?
Ezra Miller is accused of burglary because The Flash is that good from what I'm told. Ezra Miller accused of burglary. Vermont State Police try to serve an emergency care order to a mother staying at Ezra Miller's home. I don't know what that is about. Ezra Miller revealed they're seeking treatment for complex mental health issues. What else? What the fuck, man? Go read that headline again. How is that not confusing? Ezra Miller reveals they're seeking treatment for complex mental health issues. This is why I don't even understand what's going on with him. Ezra Miller pleads not guilty to burglary charge in Vermont. Ezra Miller pleads guilty to misdemeanor and begins 1 year probation. And when does The Flash come
Son,
out?
you can get away with anything if you have they, bro.
I don't think it has anything to do with that.
What do you think it has to do, Charlamagne?
I think it has to do with the fact when these companies have invested $200 million
In a movie, they
into
wanna
a
get their
movie
money
you're
back?
in, they're going to get their
Yes.
fucking money back.
100%. Yeah.
You know what
no,
I
I
mean?
think that has to do with that as well.
That's exactly what this is
100%.
about. Because
But do you think if a black man had a $200 million movie franchise, but he still had 3 allegations of assaulting a woman, that they wouldn't scrap the movie?
I think they would.
Do you think if a just white man had 3 allegations of assaulting a woman, they wouldn't scrap the movie?
I don't think they would. It's clear. I mean, they have. And by the way, we don't know
This
what's
is
going
not
to
a white man. This is a non-binary. This is a white they.
Okay, well, let's talk about a white man.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner. You don't even know who Jeremy Renner is?
I do.
Hawkeye?
Bow and arrow.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Pull up Jeremy Renner.
Oh, we're not going to do this right now.
Pull up Jeremy Renner.
What'd he do?
Nah,
Pull it up.
we doing the Chris Brown shit right now.
No, we're not doing the Chris Brown thing because these are the things, if and when, and I'm not going to say when, if they do try to make a thing about Jonathan and you got, because by the way, I'm sure that there's a lot of people who don't want to see a black man be this prominent in the Marvel universe, right? To have all of these different movies and franchises built around him. Like if you believe the internet, these people that get mad at the Little Mermaid and shit like that, I'm sure that they're going to say some shit. So, but you got to be able to point to things like that. Everybody's going to Ezra, but go to Jeremy Renner. Just go pull up Jeremy Renner. Hawkeye. Pull up Jeremy Renner.
Yo, can I ask you a question about the Black Little Mermaid or just the Little Mermaid in general?
Yes, that's my cousin.
More serious question.
Go to what is Jeremy Renner accused of? Pull it, make it bigger. Alex.
Taylor.
Renner's ex-wife accused him of abuse.
Oh my Jesus.
They had a daughter. They got some of the oh yeah, go to the timeline of Jeremy Renner's.
This don't even feel right what we're doing right now.
What?
Just like putting people's allegations out there, like.
But that's my point. This is my point.
So let's not continue.
They're allegations and accusations. Clearly, these things have been proven not to be true because Jeremy Renner said they weren't true. I don't know if Ezra ever did. Whatever. But they're still working. Is my point. So if it's not true and it's proven not to be true, you should be able to still keep working.
Oh, 100%. It's innocent.
So that's what I'm saying.
To
When people
guilty.
say things like it's over for Jonathan Majors, no, clearly. It won't be.
I think you have to let the court of law decide.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not pulling up these people's allegations and accusations to accuse them of anything or to prove a point. I'm just saying that these things have happened before in these worlds. So if they try to make Jonathan Major's situation anything other than that, because we have things that we can look to, then we know it's got to be some type of racism.
Okay, can I ask you the Little Mermaid question? This is not a Black Little Mermaid specific question. This is just a Little Mermaid in general question.
Yes.
As far as the story goes, the Little Mermaid starts as a Little Mermaid. Then she gets legs, right? Does she have an excuse if her pussy smells like fish?
All mermaids get legs, though. Come on, you seen the classic Splash?
But I'm talking
with
about
Daryl Hannah and Tom Hanks.
I'm specifically talking about fish smell. Like, if her man was like, yo, it kind of smells like fish, could she be like, motherfucker, I was a fish. Like, it's going to take a little bit to get it off. It's not one wash.
I would go to Splash, right? Tom Hanks clearly loved the smell of fish. He loved it so much, he wanted to live underwater with Daryl Hannah at the end of the movie. So, like my daddy say, if it smells like fish, eat all you wish.
Now,
if it smells like cologne, leave it alone. My daddy was ahead of his time,
That's
bro.
facts, bro. That's facts right there. Listen, I'm an explorer, bro. You think Columbus stopped when he got to the Dominican Republic? You know what I mean? He's like, we got to keep shooting.
Oh, man. All I'm simply saying is, I hate the court of public opinion. I hate jumping to conclusion bias, which is a real thing. Y'all know that's a real thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jumping to conclusion bias is a real thing. Google it.
Do you want to explain to the good people what conclusion bias is?
Yeah, I'll look it up. I don't want to,
Let them look it up. Let them look it up.
I don't know it off the top of my head. I'll do it. I mean, it is the pod. You know what I'm saying? Jumping to conclusion bias. It is the pod, so we can do it on the pod. Jumping to conclusion bias. Jumping to conclusion bias, often abbreviated as JTC, is a psychological term referring to a communication obstacle where one judges or decides something without having all the facts to reach unwarranted conclusions. Is that not social media in a fucking nutshell?
Amen. Hallelujah.
You know what I'm saying? That's social media in a fucking nutshell. So once again,
Hallelujah.
I'm not trying to throw, Jeremy Renner under the bus or Ezra Miller under the bus or Jonathan Majors. None of them. I don't know. I just know that these are accusations, allegations. Accusations come, allegations come. People figure things out, whether they're in a court of law or amongst themselves, and life keeps going. You know what I mean? So what you think on social media really does not matter. And I just really hate, the reason I really don't like it, because when you see the Army, have a knee-jerk reaction and they pull ads, right? I don't think they do that without the social media reaction. I don't think they're so quick to jump to a conclusion, and pull this guy's ads if social media isn't saying stupid shit like it's over for Jonathan Majors?
Yeah, I think who pulled the ads?
The Army.
Why is he doing it? He's doing a campaign.
He's got 2 ads for the Army.
Yeah, so I think that people are just concerned about perception and being tied to perception.
Army, y'all got y'all own problems.
Was he ever in the Army?
I don't know.
Because that's weird.
The Army has their own problems, don't you think?
I mean, yeah.
With all the domestic abuse allegations that happen in the
I'm not
Army,
even saying
and
that.
the women that get killed in the Army, and nobody finds out what happens to them. Like, come on, yo.
I was talking more about like senseless wars and
Oh, I mean that. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
you know,
It's
hundreds
just-
of thousands of people dying for no reason.
I don't know. I really just don't like it. Like, it just really bothers me when I see people just jump to conclusions about folks with no facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when there's situations like, you know, like a Dana White, like Dana didn't get no smoke really. I mean, granted, he's the boss, but he didn't really get no smoke. Wasn't nobody saying Dana White is over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there was a whole video.
Yeah.
And he apologized for it. He didn't even run from it. You know?
Yeah.
But it's just, I hate that. Like, it's like, why do we do that to people? Why are we so quick to just
You're
want to
saying
tear
that we're
somebody
like
down?
selectively choosing, or you're saying that we want to tear people down?
Well, I don't think they're selectively choosing at all, because once again, Black Twitter isn't on Jeremy Renner. They're not on Hawkeye. If Hawkeye is if any black celebrity has those same accusations Jeremy Renner got, he's getting smoked on Black Twitter by his own people. You know what I'm saying? It'll be his own people jumping to conclusions. You know, if Ezra Miller, he got a lot of, you know, hits and stuff in the tabloids, but, you know, it wasn't nobody saying stuff like, at least I didn't see it like Ezra Miller is over, or, you know, they weren't begging DC to part ways with Ezra Miller, clearly, because The Flash is still coming out. You know what I mean? So it's just like, when I see black people doing that to other black people, it's disgusting. Especially when we know that we get accused of things falsely all the time. I
think it's
been going
easier
on since the beginning of time.
Yeah, I think it's easier to just kind of attack people who are incredibly successful, because oftentimes successful people make us insecure.
Especially Jonathan Majors, right?
Yeah.
So think about it. The past month, women have been lusting after him.
Yeah.
Now you get to be like, look at your little boyfriend. You know what I mean? Little boyfriend caught up in some shit now. You know what I mean? So how much of it is you know, you really care about the situation, or you just don't like Jonathan Majors?
Oftentimes we just react to how people make us feel.